On restart, we are going to be witnessing the first match of the semi-finals between DiP and Rampage. And there we go, the game is resetting.
Yeah, so here we go, DiP versus Rampage. Semi-final number 1 here of the FDT. DiP with the opening attack, Rampage on the defense. We shall see how DiP approaches this opening. Again, quick note, neither of these teams have played this map so far in the tournament, so could be a little unfamiliar to both of them.
And both teams aren't probably properly warmed up, so it's going to be... It's always interesting to see what happens the first round, right? Everything can go everywhere.
It definitely could be chaos as these teams try to adjust.
And here we go. Let's see what Antoni are doing. They are running on the right-hand side.
We see DiP committing almost all of their players towards their own far left side, having only a couple guys here on the right side trying to get some opening picks. Jackie with 2 frags there, working that far right side.
Doing that actually on ulti, which could be a very important kill already.
Definitely a nice opening for Jackie there. Give his team some confidence, give his team that chance to push up on the other side. And I'd say this is a pretty standard opening here in Bacardi. We see teams favor this far left side a lot of the time. Try to have a couple players on the other end just to apply pressure and at least keep the opportunity open to attack if they desire. But we do see Rampage has a very nice defense set up to counter this far left side push. Look, Smiley and Jackie getting kills. Going to make this difficult. You see that kill feed right now. It's just all Smiley and Jackie, but Sinning does get a very important kill on the Smiley there.
I really like the crossfire positioning by DiP right now. Smiley and his comrades on the far left attacking head-on with ulti, and actually Jackie having the crossfire position, utilizing his far range abilities, his far range accuracy that he has. He gets taken out by Iron Group, but he did a lot of damage on the left side.
And yes, he still has his teammates there, so again, we have a nice split push coming out from DiP, but Groot's going to go pushing into the no man's trying to find that spawn. I don't know if he's going to be able to. Can't see it, so he's going to have to fall back, but...
It's a very easy start to this Bacardi. There's 1 minute gone, and it looks like they're very tactically pushing forward, but this could go down really quickly in the next 30 seconds.
Kind of a reminiscent start to what we saw PDB doing.
Yep.
A little slower pace, but just inching their way slowly, getting closer and closer. And with 1.5 minutes on the clock, they've got nice positions. They're close to the trench.
Jackie actually killed Lita on the far right side, and he knows now that the whole trench is empty, so he pushes forward, and they are actually in on the far right side right now.
Jackie getting engaged 2 players. He's going to take down Groot. He does get the second kill on the Sipney.
Very important kills by Jackie securing this far right trench, and this could be the start of a take of this trench. But he is getting taken out. Oh, Jackie actually kills that?
Wolfer, no, I think Wolfer saved him. Really important kill there by his teammate Wolfer to help Jackie save his life possibly. And now Smiley also pushing the far left side. Get his players throughout the trench. Rampage in some awkward positions here, trying to retake.
Smiley wreaking havoc on the Smiley actually wreaking havoc on the left side, getting a quick 3 kill on the far left side, and actually securing that side as well. So this could be the beginning of the capture of this trench for the Antoni.
Jackie does get taken down by the Rampage players on the other side, but still, with that said, all of DiP is spawned in on the other side of the trench right now, and they are beginning to cap. Rampage only 4 players in. They're going to get some spawns to slow it down. This cap is halfway, and more kills going the way of DiP.
It looks like a very rough server this is actually. Some people are flying through the map, but it's actually all the kills are going in favor of the DiP right now, and they took this trench already. So now it's on for DiP to keep this trench. If they lose it again, they could be in trouble and lose this momentum we talked about in the warm-up round. They need to kill a lot of people.
We see some really nice kills there from DiP to equalize the numbers a little bit. Entropy's going to work up on the far right side here of his no man's to try to find an opening. He's going to find one on the Axel bun. Spot several more players, spawns his teammates as well, so nice push coming here on the far right side, but Crimson is going to take down Entropy, also take down Hero. Good stuff from Crimson. A nice trade there from Sinnig. It was actually in the trench, but Ajax takes him down.
Shine actually for Rampage actually killing on the far left
The
side
fast
for
cap is
Antali.
coming in for Rampage now.
Very important kills from Rampage on a nice moment. So DiP needs to be careful. They need to not overcommit on this one, not be overconfident that they can retake this win quickly, because 7 players of Rampage are in here right now. They need to easily start it up all over again, just like they did in the beginning, and then they have a chance.
Very important that Rampage can get a reset here, but they're being pressured on both sides. We can see that DiP is on their far right, and now also kind of chopping them in this little area here on the left side. Crimson with a nice stab.
Wolfer actually
by entropy though, but
Wolfie went actually
back
from
and forth
the
trades
middle.
right now.
There you go. Wolfer actually went from all the way to the right to the left side right now, and he's looking for a few kills on I'm Groot, and I'm Groot kills Wolfer.
Now it looks like just Groot and Lita, or just now Groot left here in this trench. Not going to really be able to do anything about it. He can at least spawn his squad, but Bojangles gets him to stab. He still did spawn 2 of his teammates though, so they're not wiped, which is very important.
DiP is looking strong in his first 4 minutes in this match, and it looks like they are stabilizing in defending this trench. Just as I say that though, a lot of kills are going in favor of Rampage right now. Ulti on the far right side, and Smiley has a very important kill right there on the far right side. He needs to kill a few more in order to not lose it, but sadly he gets taken out by Entropy.
Very back and forth right now. Rampage pressuring both sides of the trench, but DiP does have players to respond. Some spawns coming on the far right side for Rampage, so they should get in here. There's only 1 player over here for DiP.
They recaptured the trench. Very well done by Rampage getting those quick kills, but they're still not out. Crimson is still in. He was able to spawn in his teammate, so the attack is not over yet. Jackie though, his squad got completely reset, so they lose a little bit of this momentum they had. And they need to get as close to the trench as possible to help their squad before they all die.
Yeah, and if you take a look at the kills very quickly, we can see it's pretty much a dead heat between all the top players. Bojangles and Smiley leading the way of 12, but Ulti right there of 11, and Jackie and Crimson both with 10 apiece, so very even right now in the frags, and again, a very even match as we expected so far.
DiP actually looking way stronger. Actually, 100%. Actually, a way more confident start than I anticipated. His Crimson function is actually just a meter away from Bob right there. Crimson needs to kill a few more guys in the middle here, as he's getting taken by a huge squad right now.
You're not able to find any kills on those peaks, so he's not going to be able to stop the pressure coming in from middle, but an airplane bomb, that's actually Groot's airplane bomb. That's a nice kill on the Bojangles. Crimson does get taken down by Lita. So the Rampage push looking very dangerous right now. There's only 1 player.
Rampage is looking to clear him out of this trench. They don't want any Antali in there anymore, but they couldn't find 2
kills. He's going to be able to find, can't find the 3rd, but he does at least get 2 to give his teammate a chance on this side. But a very important kill on the Wolfer then to take him down.
I think that's actually the reset of that squad as well, so the Antali only have 2 minutes left to start the attack all over again. Very good, very important
kill there for Groot. If he didn't get that kill, Wolfer probably would have gone to spawn, and there would have been obviously a whole squad in that far left side for DiP, which would have made things a lot more difficult. But now DiP is isolated to the no man's land. Rampage has a nice spread defense right now, so pretty much stuck, pretty much back at square 1 right now for DiP. Rampage trying to get things settled down and take control of this match.
And look at the spread of Rampage as well. I really like how they are taking positions and things like that. That screams experience right there. Especially since there's 3 players to the far left, and instantly when they see they have more people on the left than they anticipated, somebody rotates to the far left as well for the German side. So good communication by Rampage. But now it gets important actually, as Antoni is closing on the far left.
This isn't really conventional. Typically, we see teams go to the other side first, but DiP have to play with what you got, and this was the side they were on. Ulti's going to try to push close to take down Wolfer, but Wolfer finds him first.
Jackie's squad did get completely reset again, so it looks like they need to be very careful that they don't lose all momentum, and they only have 1 more minute in order to get a foothold. I think DiP is down to a foothold momentum right now. They need to get somebody in as quickly as possible, but I don't think I would make the call to attack right now.
don't think they're gonna get any players in the trench in 40 seconds. They might, but they do have 26 out of 30 kills, so they might be able to get the frags to get the time bonus. They've only need one more, so they will probably get the time extension to keep their attack going.
Oh, that's actually very nice. It's important for... they need to get that kill, though. As Jackie is actually running back a little bit into the trench. So I think they are not aware of this of the counter. And that they could actually got another minute in order to attack it. That's a shame. They need one more kill.
I'm not sure who's making the call. I mean, they only needed one more kill.
That's a shame. That's a shame. But I think it's a safe play. This is a defensive play from the IP, which I really like. Because it's very easy to lose momentum in such a way on this map that you actually get stomped right when you lose the foothold. So I really like it because now all the players are already nice and spread in this trench and have a much more balanced defense on this trench. I like this. I like this positional play. I would have gone for another kill though.
Yeah, I mean, they had 30 seconds on the clock. I'm not certain why they didn't go for the kill. I think that's a bit of a misplay by whoever's calling for DiP right now. But at the very least, they do take an early defensive posture, which will make their defense a whole lot easier. Playing it safe, but maybe a little too safe.
Well, DiP is just giving a lot of respect towards Rampage, as they know they can be very explosive, especially with guys like Ulti and Entropy. If you meet Ulti in No Man's Land, he's going to kill you 9 times out of 10, I feel like. And
yeah, we see the kills still very equal. Jackie now leading with 19, but actually tied with Ulti also at 19, and then Crimson and Groot at 17 apiece. Entropy at 16, so very, very dead heat in the kills right now. And so far, DiP getting some kills on the defense. Nice spread they have right now, but Rampage has been able to make nice progress. As we can see, they are getting very close to the trench on that far left side and also on the right side, so Rampage might be looking to make a move very soon.
And this looks like a nice tactical positional play as well. They need to get a few kills, but DiP, Ajax is actually killing a lot of guys off Rampage right now.
Yeah, very nice kills for DiP. 4 kills going their way to kind of slow down the push. Instead, we can see that so long as Rampage occupies positions close to the trench, DiP can get all the kills they want, but that pressure will not go away. You can see that Rampage continues to spawn. We do have a player pushing Nomads. He's going to try to take down that spotter. He actually misses his shot, but he forces Lita to peek. So
Ulti actually had a very important kill on the far left side for the central powers right here. And if you can kill the guys he's looking at right now, he might actually be successful in getting to the left side, but he gets called out by and killed by Yum Yum.
Facing 2 players at the same time. Very difficult position he was in. Does get taken down.
All the kills going in favor of DiP right now. This defense is looking solid.
Rampage's attack not looking the strongest here. DiP's defense is very solid right now. And again, I think we're seeing both teams play very slow on their attacks. Neither team really playing very aggressively so far in this opening match. I do think the factor worth considering is, does Rampage even care if they win this half? And they are going to start pushing towards mid, but Bojangles going to take both of those players down. But again, does Rampage care if they win this half? If they can even just force a draw, they might be happy with that, knowing that they have the Entente in the second half.
I think for them it's far too early to think like that in this match. They need to smell blood. They want to get into the trench, but as they are transitioning to the far right. I like that very much, but the defense of the AP, the decision actually getting the nice spread and defending this trench like they are doing right now is a very good one. This looks so solid. It's very clean work, as there's only 30 seconds left in this attack, and I don't see anyone of Rampage actually very close to this trench.
Yeah, and I think Rampage has to be very careful and if they're going to push or not. I don't think they're really certain. We see a player kind of hesitating in the back, but most of the team is still committed. If they get more spawns in this No Man's Land before this attack ends, that could be very bad for them. They should know that they don't want to spawn any more players.
They ran out before the timer was out, and actually they could get in. But okay.
Not quite. They had a little opportunity there, just not quite enough time on the clock. So, but Rampage isn't really set up for the defense. They do have most of their players back, but they didn't take the early defensive posture. like DiP did, so this might be an opportunity for DiP to push up a little faster, and they would have been able to if Rampage had set up for the defense a little earlier.
I'm Groot still in the no man's land though, and that's very important for getting a few kills and slowing down the attack. That could actually give them...
Ajax does take him down though, so that will deny that threat for Rampage. And we see DiP kind of pushing both sides simultaneously. We're trying to make things go a little faster, trying to apply a little more pressure to Rampage, shake things up.
It's interesting to see. I don't really like the spread that Rampage is having right now. Too many people are on far left. If you see the pressure of DiP right now, it's actually everyone of DiP on the left side got taken out, so they got slightly reset to the middle part right now. This is just
one. They do still have one player over here, so not complete reset, but they're not really close either. You see Rampage gets more spawns. They've got 5 players on their far left side right now, and only 1 player on the right side, so he should spawn. Or he does have one other teammate, but yeah, I agree. Rampage's defense is a little uneven right now. Maybe not focusing on the side they need to be focusing on the most, and DiP is going to go for the push.
Jackie can actually get this far right kill. That might actually be important for him to get a foothold again on the far right, as he had success before there before.
He does take down Sip, and he does get the kill. Ulti is still over here though, but he knows he's getting pressured from the other side as well.
Jackie actually playing very smartly right here. He killed the guy on the right hand side, actually opening up the right. He knows a few rotations are coming in, and he instantly looks for the cross to see if he can shoot any more, to help his squad on the left side to kill, to get into the far left side. Very smart plays by Jackie, I feel like.
And a big kill there by Wolfer on the ulti on that far right side.
Are you in now?
And DiP is going to push towards middle. Ajax leading the way. Gonna run into Symphony now. Gets one, or Symphony takes down Axel, but Ajax with a nice trade. Camp does commence for DiP. Rampage stuck. Only 1 player in the trench right now, I believe, so he have spawns in the no man's on they're going to pressure the other side. Groot and Lido, some nice kills. Smiley there trying to equalize it. Takes down Groot. Can he get more? Yes, he can. Takes down Bob. Good trade there. Coming in for Rampage from Sinning. Damage possibly done anyway.
Rampage
right back on. We see Jackie's still occupying this no man's land, not letting Rampage have the side easily. And the face ulti.
Rampage is retaking this trench quickly, and ulti actually killing a few guys, very important guys on the far left side for Central Powers.
Very fast retake indeed. It's just Wolfer in the trench right now. He should hesitate, hold to spawn his teammates. For some reason, interestingly, his squad, or that's it, Jackie's squad, is in the back.
Smiley is still completely in front, but he gets taken out. So they could both reset. Oh.
Seems like the big issue I'm noticing for DiP right now is it seems like DiP is having trouble keeping their squads alive and maintaining the spawns. I've seen too many times so far in this match DiP having players spawning all the way in the back when they probably shouldn't. Yeah, was in the trench, but he takes down Lita, but trade comes in nonetheless. At least Wolfer is here, so he doesn't keep 1 player alive. Smiley trying to push into the other side, but ulti there to take him down, and another kill as well from Groot, so good defense on this far left side for Rampage.
Wolfer actually getting 2 very important kills. He needs to kill the far left, last guy here. And if he can get him, if he can get Piro, he's actually got him! And Lita!
Takes 2 players, Lita and Piro. Good plays there from Wolfer.
He took out the whole squad right there, 4 players.
Nice shot across the map by Entropy on the Smiley. But those kills are very important as they're going to ensure that DiP's presence on this far left side is maintained. And also more spawns come in, so definitely bomb though kit from Groot to take down 2 players of DiP. DiP now back to 2 players. DiP having a difficult time keeping their players alive again.
They are still far left, and they're slowly taking this trench right now as they do spawn with 2 squads, all the players in.
See Jackie occupy this very strong position. You can see most of the trench here. Nice kill there from Groot to take him down.
Smiley actually on advancing right here, but he doesn't get any kills as he gets taken down by a Pierrot. And it's very equal in this defense of this Rampage, but the Rampage is definitely looking a little bit more unstable.
The Rampage, they went for the retake, they committed other players to the push, and a lot of kills go the way of DiP, so they're not going to be reset completely, but that push is stern resistance from DiP. We're at a dead heat in this trench right now, 6 players apiece. The kills going back and forth right now, ulti going the outside. Again, so many trades right now, both teams, every time they meet each other, they're just trading. So back and forth right now.
I'm struggling to keep up with everything that's going down, but it looks like the favor is going, if it is going in favor of DiP right now, getting the most kills and actually be taking this trench again. Almost.
Okay, the cap does come in, so now another thing to consider is there is only 5 minutes on the clock, so pressure maybe now starting to mount onto Rampage. They're not going to want to lose this half. They do have some nice kills, and again, I can't help but ask why we see DiP players all the way in the back of the no man's land. Jackie and Wolf have some nice kills to slow it down. I don't know if it's going to be enough, though. Okay, the cap has been neutralized, but it is extremely close. I think if Rampage can get the spawns, and they do, they are going to be able to get the retake.
They do, but the attack is still on them. The DiP is still very much entrenched in the far left side. And it's looking rough for Rampage to get him out of the trench again. 6 players in the trench for the enemy side, and they're capping really quickly. As more and more kills are actually going in favor of DiP as well. Jackie on a nice kill on LG right there, so they are going to recap it again.
A very fast recap. Rampage can't get the spawn. Sibney's actually hiding in a cheeky spot in middle.
Rampage is actually completely reset, I believe, right?
No, they still have 1 squad in this far right side here. There is a... I don't know who it is. It was Crimson who was occupying the bunker, but Entropy, a good kill on him. Still 3 players over here, though. Sibney actually still hiding in this... Or no, he did get taken down. And I think Jackie is pushed up on the... It's not Jackie, that is. Bojangles is pushed up on the right side bunker. Very close to these Rampage players. He's going to look to do some damage. Rampage had a really nice push on the other side. They take all the kills.
Ulti actually with a very important flank on the middle section right now. And if he can get a few kills, but he only has 1 bullet, it could be important, huge. But he actually, I Am Groot and Ulti meet up in the middle side and kill everyone retaking the trench. Good stuff by Rampage right there. Good communication by Ulti as they killed the last 2 remaining persons of Insani.
And you can see that DiP is completely reset. They have no players at all who are close to the trench, so again, completely reset. They're going to have to push all the way for the no man's land again. There's only 3 minutes left on the clock, so no matter what happens this game, Rampage can't win this half, but they can keep it to a tie, which would be nice for them. Not a bad position at all going into the second half, but they have to be very careful not to lose their trench, not have enough time to retake it.
I think DiP is actually feeling the pressure even more as they need to take the strength. They need to take advantage of their untidy start.
Yeah, I think if you're DiP, coming out with a tie would not be favorable at all. You're going to want to take that trench to just have a 1 trench lead, knowing that you can force a draw in the second half and win, but yeah, tie is not preferable at all. And there's only 2 minutes on the clock, so DiP's going to have to go fast here. You can see they're pushing this right side. Crimson and another player, his teammate did get taken down, but Crimson takes out Sinning, but again, a fast trade there by Entropy.
I'd actually like to see DiP actually taking a breather and just get all the people together and do the same pushes as they kept doing. On the right side with the split push on the left.
And again, we still see the same error occurring for DiP. We see that other squad forced to spawn in the back. This has just been the problem for DiP in this match. They are not keeping their players alive, and they are constantly just having to reset. The second squad in particular, Bojangles' squad, seems like it's always in the back.
They are, however, on the far left, and this could be the beginning of the recap of this trench as more and more people of Rampage are getting into this murder hole by Jackie and Jackie.
Jackie had some nice opening kills, but I think all of them got taken down, so if that is the case, I don't think it will matter. I don't know if there's anybody still alive. I don't think there is.
There's a few people very close to the far left.
1 player, so the spawns do come in. 1 minute on the clock. 1 last push is going to be possible for DiP. You actually see Smiley. You see Smiley occupying This position over here is going to run into Ulti. That's a huge kill from Ulti to take him down.
Most of the kills actually going in favor of Rampage right now. Very important moment in this trench as Rampage is taking a little bit of a breather.
And again, we see once again DiP's players are in this far right side no man, so not in the trench, and there's only a minute left.
I think that's actually that's the mistake, that they won't be able to take the trench anymore.
I think they can push fast. I just don't know if they're going to be able to with only 30 seconds.
Important kill on Ulti though, defending the far left side, far right side, and Jackie is just pushing forward.
If this push can come in on the far right side quick enough, it's going to be extremely close. If they can win these gun battles over here, they might be able to get a cap.
But they need to completely kill everyone of the German side, and there's 3 people on the far right. So I don't think DiP and his Jackie and his squad can do it in just 10 seconds remaining when they get into the trench. So it was close. I feel like if this went on for 30 seconds more, it would have been a different story. But I don't feel like it is going to be a draw. It is going to be a draw, and there we have it. A draw for DiP and Rampage.
Yeah, tie in the first half. So very dead even, as we talked about. But for Rampage, a tie in this half is certainly not bad at all. I would say they have the advantage going into the second half.
I must say, I expected this is way more closer, much closer than I anticipated it to be. Especially when Rampage was on the attack. I thought they were going to, well, run over DiP, but DiP looks so ridiculously strong in the defense. I'm impressed by them. This is going to be very interesting to see how Rampage is going to respond to this. This is a very entirely favorite map, so I think they still can do it, but this is much closer than I anticipated on.
Yeah, I would say so. It's been a very close match indeed. We saw Jackie leading the way of 59 kills, and then it was a little more even on the side of Rampage. I think Ulti and Entropy, maybe Cynic and Groot were all kind of in the 40 range. But yeah, I think DiP would have had that trench, but they kept spawning in the back. I'm not sure what's happening there. What was happening there for them? Their spawns in the back costing them, perhaps. And Rampage now with a golden opportunity to win this match on the Entente side.
Yeah, it's interesting what happened there constantly. They got reset each and every time when we didn't even expect them to get reset. But I'm not sure if it's like that the squad players just spawn on the trench when there's still somebody on live but not spawnable, or something else. What do you think that's going on there?
Yeah, maybe I think just some issues. And also, we did talk about it beginning, before the match even started, how this map was a map where individual skill certainly shines, but conversely, it was a map where you have to maintain the spawning.
Yeah.
And DiP not really doing that, I think.
Yeah, and I thought that was one of their strengths actually in the previous weekend, and they didn't show as long as the foothold control as last weekend. It's weird. I expected them to be invincible in keeping that foothold alive, but they got reset time after time.
Yeah,
and it's a long walk on
that was an area where I would have actually expected DiP to excel in.
Yeah.
Maybe an area where Rampage would have some problems, but DiP just was not able to do that at all.
And Rampage is not getting the kills that we expected as well, because I believe Ulti was on like 44 kills in this match, and expected him to get a lot more, so he wasn't feeling it at much. But after
we didn't really
restart,
see a lot of frags for Rampage, but DiP was unable to apply the pressure when they needed to, so perhaps that's what allowed Rampage to stay in the game. Was just, again, the inability of DiP to have consistent attacks, keep their players alive, constantly spawning players in the back, just never really organized, never really together. And for Rampage, they're able to take advantage. But we will be starting the second half momentarily. Now, DiP on the defense, Rampage on the attack. Game is tied at 5 apiece.
And in just a few seconds, this is the second half of Rampage versus DiP, as Rampage has the Entente side, so they will be attacking first. Let's see how they advance and approach this trench. They're actually favoring the far right now.
We see the complete opposite actually out of Rampage, sending most of their players to the right side, whereas DiP sent most of them to the left side. They do have 2 players on the far left side, so they're pretty much applying the opposite strategy of DiP on their initial attack. Opening kills all going the way of DiP, though.
Actually, Rampage is making a lot of weight. Rampage is making a lot of weight, but Jackie and Wolfer are killing just everyone, and Ajax got a very nice kills as well. As already, well, they have a kill advantage of 10 already, more or less. So DiP is having a very nice, stable defense again, and I feel like Rampage has to take a little bit of a slower approach to this trench.
It is going to be interesting to see how Rampage approaches this. Their players, their top fraggers, haven't had the biggest impact in this game so far. So will that be the difference maker for DiP on their defense, or where are they going to start to open things up in the second half? Maybe starting to get a little bit warmed up. But still, 1 squad for Rampage, not able to get any kills yet. And Jackie leading the way with 5 kills in this game so far.
Smiley actually looking very strong, killing 2 people on the far left, far right, in no man's land. Very difficult kills as well.
We now actually start to see Rampage switching over to the other side. Their attack on that far right side not really going anywhere. Now they take the spawns on the opposite end. Commence that push where DiP might be a little bit weaker. See Sinig and other players already getting very close to the trench, and there's not really many players there for DiP to counter them.
He gets spotted by Smiley though, so at least they know. Smiley getting 1 kill on an ulti, picking the most important guy, I think. And let's see if he can get a few more kills right here.
Yeah, and the kills going the way of DiP so far, but they're not able to kill everyone. Again, we see those players kept alive, so the spawns do come in, but fortunately, still the kills going the way of DiP, and there's only 1 player alive. He's hiding. He's gonna be able to spawn 1 squad, but I think the other squad is wiped. So again, kind of the same issue we saw from
They
DiP.
are running in the far left. They are running in the far left.
But maybe this is a blunder by DiP. They maybe thought they wiped them. They're not reacting to the fact that Rampage is pushing.
At least they know right now. I'm Groot and Bob are actually killing everyone on the far left. Successfully taking everything. Rampage did a very very good job in keeping the foothold-ish there. As
they push all their players, and now there's only 1 player alive. He's going to have to fall back. He's going to get taken down by Jackie. But the other squad has made it close.
At least Entropy is in right now, spawning in most of his squad. Ulti to come, Pyro to come as well. And if they can get a little bit favorable trades right now, they are looking to get the first cap in this match. This half. DiP is looking ridiculously strong.
I think Rampage can spawn their whole team inside. A very nice position. Yep, but we can see that the DiP retake is very aggressive. They are not giving them any breathing room whatsoever. You see Wolfer going outside, gets a nice kill on the Hero and another one on the Lita. He's going to keep pushing, but Bob holding this bunker is going to allow him to get any more. Still, very good trades for Rampage. They are favorable, but the spawns do come in from both sides, so this is pretty much even right now. Cap is even, the numbers are even, everything is even. Crimson takes 2 good kills there, but again, another nice trade from Bob. We see Bob occupying, or he was occupying that bunker position.
DiP is looking to clear them out of this trench as Rampage is only holding on with a foothold, so... And they are extremely
They are only 3
space.
kills away, and they have 5 players in, so they should get time, and those 2 kills from Pyro will probably secure it. They might even be the cap. I think that is going to be the cap. It is.
Very good stuff by Rampage, actually, showing their resilience and getting those individuals, well, duels to win them, most all. And retaking the trench right that way. Very good stuff by Rampage. I'm Groot is looking to kill Exabon on the far left right now.
Hold the line, lads!
As it looks like...
see Jackie is 15-0 so far in this match, so great start from him, but it's not enough. Saying that he gets killed for the first time, of course, but... Caster's curse, but we do see 7 players in the trench here for DiP, and I think Rampage not completely wiped, but they've only got 1 squad in, so the cap might come in here for DiP. don't think Rampage is going to be able to get the spawns in time.
Actually, a few
of
hundred people.
spawns on the outside, so that's going to ensure the cap. And
Especially
two
as
big
Crimson
kills
and-
there from DiP to negate that pressure that was on the opposite flank.
The only thing DiP has to do right now is to, well, clear Rampage out of this trench completely and show their brilliant defense again. But then on the Central Power's side, Wolver gets taken down by Pyro though. And that actually marks the beginning of the recap by Rampage. As they're looking to push with the whole squad right now in the middle part. But Bojangles is actually holding and killing most people. Bojangles is killing... I don't know. Most kills are actually going in favor of DiP right now. But this is tight. This is ridiculously close actually. And Rampage is actually coming in ahead out of this little transition in the middle part. Retaking this trench again. So we're looking...
He's going to keep pushing. He's going to go for more. He knows that there's not too many players in the trench right now for DiP. Only able to get one though. And again, we see a similar issue coming out in the second half for DiP, where the other squad is wiped out of the trench. So it is just one squad in the trench right now for DiP, and they're getting pushed hard. Rampage knows that Smiley's alone. He's going to take down one, but not able to get any more. Good push there from Rampage to clear him out and ensure that DiP is now completely reset and out of this trench. So this is the most, I'd say this is the most pertinent defense we've seen out of either of the teams so far. This is the only time in the game we've really seen a team fully wiped out of the trench, and perhaps now an opportunity for Rampage to get a stable defense and actually hold this.
DiP is definitely on the back foot, and especially as a few kills are going in favor of Rampage right now.
Again, I mean, I think we also have to point out, just in the kills very quickly, that we can see that DiP probably favored in the kills, probably having more, but you know, Rampage, really no one on Rampage having a standout performance so far, but they're winning the game and they have a pretty nice defense setup here.
It's interesting to see that Ulti is actually 7-11. I've never seen him in a negative kill death ratio, so that's an interesting new experience for me. And actually,
Ulti not having the hardest start in this game, but I mean, it doesn't matter because he's got his teammates to kind of pick up the slack for him. And this has kind of been also the quiet factor for Rampage is they have so much depth, they have so many good players on the team that even if their star player like Ulti isn't having the greatest game, they still got guys who can pick up the slack and frag.
Well, it's interesting to see that both so both Ulti and Ultrimpree are not are underperforming a little bit. And I hate to say it, but I think that is actually by part because Spoorblue is not here right now. Jackie actually getting an important kill on Sina, actually to be on the far right.
Jackie does open things up here for DiP on the other side of the trench at least. We see good pressure being applied on the opposite end as well from Crimson. By no means is DiP out of it yet, but nice spawns coming in from Rampage on the far right side to kill Jackie and Yam. Only one player left over there, and he's going to get pushed by Cynic. Smiley taken down, and that might be a squad wipe for DiP. I think the Jackie squad with Smiley is wiped. Fortunately for DiP, they do occupy middle and right side, but those positions are going to get pressured very quickly as Rampage knows they've wiped one squad. They've only got one other squad to deal with in the trench.
Sina actually sees the people spawn in the no man's land, so they...
Again, I really feel like in that situation, knowing you only have one squad in the trench, you might want to play a little more passively. Kind of see some aggressive pushes come in from DiP, and those do not mean a favorable result at all. But nice kills from Bojangles and Crimson to try to equalize the numbers just a little bit. The other squad is coming, but it's still only halfway up. One player actually holding this far right side bunker for DiP right now. He's going to get pressured by one player. Misses a shot.
Somebody of Central Powers actually ran into the middle part.
Ulti's going to push this player here on the bunker side. Crimson is going to take him down. Can he get the second one? Can't. Traded out by Bro. Big trade there to deny that position. Now there's only 20 seconds on the clock here for DiP, so the pressure is really on. They only need free kills though. Bojangles is going to find one. Yam is just on the edge of this trench right now. He does take down one kill, so 10 seconds, only one kill needed for DiP. The attack will likely continue. It's going to
get it with an
for at least
emblem.
another minute.
Sorry, get it with a stab. Jackie instantly runs in the far left with his squad, and that begins the recap of his trench. So a good
He's
event.
actually wreaking havoc on this side of the trench. Now, well, Rampage in a bit of an awkward position. They've got players kind of stuck in the middle, whereas the DiP's on the flanks. This is not a position you ever want to be in. The spawns will come in for Rampage, but again, we've seen Jackie and another player on the side. They're going to hold for the cap. They do get the cap, so the game is tied at 2 apiece. Maybe it's possible.
Very well done by DiP, as Jackie is looking to the middle section to actually clear it. He sees one. Gets it with a... Tries to get it with a...
From both sides, but Grid's going to get the stab.
Cheeky play by Jackie there. He likes to jump across the trench and try and get the jump shot that way. Interesting playstyle right there.
We now see Smiley kind of maybe playing more to his roots. He's playing the side, trying to hold.
Gets taken out by Entropy.
Gets taken down. And I can't help but feel like this is where DiP has been making the errors. So when they should be playing a little more passively, maybe holding, they don't. Smiley stayed alive in that position. That would have just made things all the more difficult for Rampage, but he pushes out and gets taken down. Bojangles some nice kills in middle, but still. Page occupies this mid and right side position, and they're going to get their player spawned in. Both teams get all the spawns. Alti's looking to make a push on the outside, but smart play by Bojangles, knowing, expecting it to come, takes him down. Still, the kill's mostly going the way of Rampage. It's tight, but I think it's going to be enough. He will equalize of 1.
Especially Svanek can kill these guys on the far left right now. He decides to spawn in his mates, but he gets pushed out by by Wolfer right there. Very important play by Wolfer. And I think they got reset by that. Oh no, they're in the far left. With the last push by Ulti, led by Ulti right now. Actually 2 minutes left in this attack, so they have plenty of time, but... DiP is again looking very strong actually in retaking this trench. They are not completely stabilized in this trench, but they retook it, so that's a very important first step. Ulti actually getting a few very important kills on Exapon and Yum Yum, but gets taken out by Crimson. It's very interesting to see how equal these teams are. It's very hard to retake this trench, and I like how they were able to retake this trench. We have seriously a game. This is going to be interesting till the end.
And Rampages only have 1 squad in the trench, but that squad's pushing very aggressively, which is allowing the secondary squad that was stuck in the no man's land to kind of push unopposed into the far left. Maybe a situation where you wouldn't expect to push aggressively is working out for Rampage, as it gives their other squad the room to get in. The danger is if their secondary squad does get reset, it could be a major issue, but it's not going to. The spawns will come in.
I feel like they hold back one of their players very nicely in the far right side, and that's able to keep this push going. Pierrot and Symphony actually pushing to the far right now, getting a lot of kills on the far left. Cynic and Ulti wreaking havoc, and it looks like they took this trench again.
Well done, lad.
And they are not stopping. They want to completely get them out of this trench and make sure nobody of this Central Powers is anymore. Both Central Powers squads get almost reset, but they miss a few players, so...
Nice kills there by Crimson and Wolfair to lessen the numbers, and another nice kill there by Crimson. Rampage is pretty much not wiped completely, but only a couple players still in the trench. 1 squad in the no man's land.
Crimson would have threw very, very important frags right there, and regaining the far right side. If he had lost, his whole squad would have spawned, would have reset, and they wouldn't have recapped this trench in just a few seconds. Very important stuff by Crimson right now, as both teams are taking a little bit more of a defensive stance.
I think the cap, it's going to be very close, but the recap should come in here for DiP. It will. We actually see Smiley and maybe Jackie on this far left side pressuring a small number of Rampage players that are over here. He's going to take down 1. Looking for more. Can he find the kill? Going for the stab. He's going to get it on the Symphony. Nice.
Well done by Snidey.
very important kills, but there's actually still a player for Rampage prone, and I don't really think Smiley or Jackie are aware of the fact he was prone. No, they were not aware of the fact that Pierrot was hiding there, and Pierrot takes down Jackie, and Ulti gets a good kill on Smiley, so what could have been a nice defense is quickly destroyed by the fact that Pierrot was prone.
I feel like this match is going to get down to blind luck, actually.
Yeah, I mean, there's only 9 minutes on the clock. This is, again, still tied. If DiP could defend, I mean, they would. If we haven't seen a CP team attack, it would be interesting to see if maybe DiP can defend this. There are a long ways to go from that. Smiley missing a couple of shots there onto the player in the far left side. Misses again. Now he's maybe going to go for the stab. We'll find one stab. Is he going to get taken down? No, he doesn't. He gets... Or it was Jackie who got the kill, but still. Might have been enough. Just pressuring. Throwing off this Rampage attack. Axelbun's going to push and take down lead. For the time being, again, not quite reset. We see from Rampage the spawns much better than DiP's, where DiP is having a much harder time resetting Rampage, and Rampage is doing, again, a much better job of keeping their players alive and never getting, at least not getting wiped.
Crimson function with 3
nice
for quick
shots
goals.
from Crimson. Yeah, good angle there from Crimson. A bit of a cheeky spot to take down those pushing Rampage players. We see Bojangles. He's trying to go for a flank on the outside.
Oh, and actually gets in.
Kills there from Bojangles and Axelbun, but we see, again, Bob and company on that far left side here. Again, Rampage keeps their players alive. They don't allow themselves to get wiped. They ensure that both squads are constantly up. But as I say that, a lot of kills going the way of DiP right now. This is a very awkward position for Rampage.
It's such a small spot where they need to fight from all angles. This is very hard to do, and if Rampage can actually get out ahead from this, they need to step up though. But 2 players are laying down, making sure they can get the respawns constantly. But almost everyone of Rampage is dead right now.
One of them, but Bob is still there. So again, the hold, they get the spawns.
We need to see a lot of players die of DiP right now. Rampage needs to get a lot of kills in order to get back into the trench and back into this game, which actually happens. Though the trades are very equal. If both could have got this kill on both junglers, that would have been huge. But let's see. This is such a close quarters fight right here on Picard. It's unseen before, but
Rampage actually starts to cap, so they might be able to break out of this position. They've won enough fights and won enough battles on this far left position that they're going to be able to commence a push towards the middle.
Especially now the reinforcements are also coming in. 7 people in the trench for Rampage right now, as they're looking for more and more kills. Pierrot and Entropy killing a few guys, and trades are very favorable, very equal right now.
Yeah, the trades are favorable right now for Rampage, and I think they are going to get the cap. But again, we see some great spawning efforts, some good team play by Rampage. And again, this is just worth noting that if you look at the kills, I mean, Jackie's on 50 kills, and no one in the game is even close to him. Really no one on Rampage having a standout performance at all. In fact, the entire team is basically negative. They've got 1 player who's even. The best KD is Entropy, who's even. Everyone else on Rampage is negative.
And
they still find themselves in a position to win this game, and I think that's the big difference right now. Rampage, the individual skill isn't the determining factor. It's a team play right now. Rampage has worked much better as a team and as a unit, and that is what's kept them in this game, whereas DiP might be getting the frags, but it doesn't matter.
They need to get more kills though, if they want to keep this trench. They need to step up individually, as they are looking to actually for 4 people of CP to clear them out of this trench right now, as they just equalized on again on this trench.
So now with 5 minutes left in the game, the pressure is really on both sides. I don't think, no matter what happens, that DiP's going to be able to attack the CP and get a cap, but they certainly could still lose. Have to be very careful here. As I say that, you can see that Rampage has almost their entire team in the trench. They get some nice kills. Spawns do come in to prevent that cap, but still, this is a very tense situation for both teams.
Brio gets taken down by Wolfer there. Important kill.
Nice kill from Crimson to protect his team at Wolfer. Wolfer with another nice peek, so... Yeah, I do like the position Rampage is in. Rampage has shown that they do do very low in these positions where they have to fight from a small angle, small positions that they hold, kind of battle their way out. They let DiP come to them, and again we see start to push towards mid. Looks like Simney and Bob.
I really like how they, well, frog forward or keep walking forward together. Rampage always having a few people together to make sure they have nice trades going on.
We see that DiP might be able to get opening kills, but again, they're just never able to wipe them. And actually, a lot of their players are outside the trench right now. This could be a cap for Rampage. It's extremely tight.
Really good flank by the DiP on the far right. Really good flank on the far right, and it's actually Jackie killing everyone from behind right now. Together with the, I believe Ajax that was, and turning things around a little bit. Very good flank by Jackie and his squad mates.
Again, we see that the spawn's already coming back in for Rampage. It was a good flank to deny the cap, but it's not going to clear them out, so still gaining ground very slowly. The cap inches ever so closely, but really favorable kills right now for DiP. Going to be a question of can they clear out the players who are still over here. Jackie going for the jump shot, but ulti holds the angle and takes him down. And again, the spawns do come right back in for Rampage.
This is absolutely equal, and 8 kills more for Rampage to get more time into this attack. So, and they're looking to recap this trench really quickly. 7 people in the trench, and most of the kills now going in favor of Rampage right now.
It was on the edge. It was on the edge, and the spawns just came in time for DiP to deny it.
This is
thought it was going to go to the way of Rampage, but last second spawns making sure that's not going to happen. But again, still favorable kills for Rampage. Entropy and Simney taking down 2. Crimson is very good at holding these angles. He's going to take down 1. Rampage has the advantage, and I don't know if the spawns will come in quick enough this time. They might have just come in. It's literally at 99.
There they go. Rampage actually able to take it in the last minutes of the trench, and now they have 3 minutes to defend this, and this means that it's going to get down to the attack of Rampage as well for the Antali. Again, just like the situation of DiP, which resulted in a draw right then. But let's see if Rampage is actually able to turn around the tables and get this trench back, as they successfully defended everything right now. Only one squad. No, both squads are still in for.
I think if you're Rampage, the call has to be to play very slow right now. Just let DiP come to you. You've got nothing else to play for other than this 1 cap win. Some nice opening kills from DiP. Put in with Jackie Wolford and Smiley. Now everyone fragging on the side of DiP. But again, if they can't clear them, if they just give them the breathing room that they have been giving them, it might not matter.
It might be enough though.
They're capping quickly, but I think the spawn should come in time for Rampage. It'll be tight.
Only a few seconds more. 3 seconds. There the spawns come in. It slows it down, but not everyone is in.
Just come in at the last second again. So now both teams have 8
close.
players, but Smiley gets 2 kills, and those 2 kills from Smiley, free kills now. That's gonna do it. I'll ensure that the recap somehow. 1.5 minutes on the clock. Smiley with 4 kills there.
Really good stuff by Smiley. A very important player for DiP right there.
I'd be interested to see if DiP. I think if you're DiP, they might slow it down. Just try to hold their side of the trench for the next minute. Because again, whichever team gets the next cap, if Rampage can get the cap, they will probably win. If DiP loses this trench, they will probably lose. So a minute left. It all comes down to this.
Rampage is actually looking to get a few kills. They need to clear out this trench completely, it feels like, to regain this trench for the 6th time and actually winning this whole match. But now, very good kill by Exaban right there. It's looking like this is going to be an equalized score in the end, but yeah, because all the kills are going in favor of DiP, and they are actually taking defensive stance right now. Trying to get a few kills from afar, just like Jackie is doing right now.
Bruce trying to make a push into the middle. Yam misses a shot. Or they're both trying to stab each other. Anyway, Drew wins it, and now 20 seconds on the clock. The cap is coming in for Rampage. They have enough time. They might.
Actually behind 2 players of Rampage right now, and that actually equalizes the cap.
Those from Axelbun were absolutely huge. That could have possibly been a cap there for Rampage, but those 2 stabs are going to ensure it's not. this game is going to end in a tie.
Let's
shouldn't
go
be
to full
beneficial.
teams are in. That was ridiculously close till the end, but it ends in a draw for Rampage and DiP.
I mean, I expected the match to be close. I wasn't sure it was going to be that close, but tie game between DiP and Rampage. So this is actually the first time in the tournament that Rampage has not outright won a game. And we're going to have to...
With in total 20 gaps of a trench, 5-5 in the first half, 5-5 in the second half, so a complete draw. Does it mean it comes down to kills right now?
Yeah, we're going to have to count the kills and see which team got more. But yeah, I mean, I've never seen a match, an elimination game, actually go to a tie. So that is actually a first for me. I was not expecting the game to be quite that close. Neither side able to gain any ground, and both sides end in a tie.
With Rampage not being able to take advantage of the Antari momentum, they were extremely close though. It was, I don't think I've seen this, well, actually, last weekend we've seen a lot of similar games, but most of them actually resulting in a definitive win for one of